When you think of the British seaside, chances are this is what you're picturing: the Brighton Palace Pier. But it's so much more than just a place for fish and chips and roller coasters. It is a 125-year-old story of storms, wars, and some seriously bitter rivalries that really define the whole idea of the British seaside.
It really is a story of survival against all the odds. So today, we're going to unpack the history of this incredible structure to answer one central question. How on earth did the Palace Pier manage to be the last one standing? Okay, so to understand how the Palace Pier won, you first have to know who the other players were. See, back in its heyday, Brighton was a battleground of competing piers. Each one was this magnificent wooden titan, just vying for the attention and the shillings of Victorian society.
And this timeline, it lays out a whole century of seaside drama. First, you had the original, the Royal Suspension Chain Pier. Then came its super elegant rival, the West Pier. But, well, both of them met pretty dramatic ends. The Chain Pier got completely obliterated by a storm, and the West Pier, after it closed, was just ravaged by storms and fire, leaving those skeletal remains you can still see today. Only the Palace Pier, the last one built, managed to endure.
And this right here just perfectly illustrates the pier's fighting spirit from day one. During this ferocious storm in 1896, the old Chain Pier was literally torn apart. Its wreckage was sent hurtling towards the half-built Palace Pier, and it narrowly missed it, but it went on to smash right into its rival, the West Pier. It's almost poetic, isn't it? One pier's destruction nearly taking out the other two in a literal storm of rivalry. And the sheer scale of the survivor is just staggering. I mean, imagine strolling over 1,700 feet out into the sea. The wooden planks under your feet, if you laid them end to end, they would stretch for 85 miles. And when night falls, it just becomes this beacon on the coastline lit by 67,000 bulbs, a true marvel of Victorian engineering. But survival isn't just about weathering storms. It's about adapting to the times. Over 125 years, the pier's whole purpose has transformed from a place of, high culture to one of high-octane thrills. Way back in the beginning, this place wasn't about dodgems and candy floss. The pier's crown jewel, which you can see here during its construction, was a magnificent 1,500-seat theater. This was the absolute height of seaside sophistication, a place for fashionable society to watch orchestras and performances while completely surrounded by the sea.
And this, right here, this is the secret to its longevity. The pier evolved from this refined promenade for the elite, with its quiet reading rooms and winter gardens, into the vibrant, high-energy funfair that we all know today. Its ability to completely reinvent itself, that's the key reason it's still standing.
And today, that means there is truly something for everyone. You've got the stomach-dropping thrill rides like the Turbo Coaster, the timeless classics like the Carousel, and all sorts of family favorites. It has just fully embraced its identity as a fun fair over the sea. This constant evolution has also cemented the pier's place in our cultural imagination. It's not just a landmark, it's a full-on movie star.
You could say its screen career really kicked off right here with the 1947 film Brighton Rock. The pier became the super tense setting for its climactic scene, forever linking it with the city's gritty, criminal underworld.
And then came the Who's Quadrophenia. Pete Townsend was famously inspired after spending a night under the pier, and it became the central location in both the album and the film, cementing its status as a symbol of British youth culture. And that legacy is still going strong. In just the last few years, it's been the backdrop for music videos and films featuring global superstars like Harry Styles, Sam Smith, and Stormzy, proving its appeal is as powerful as ever. But for all its fame, the pier's real secret to success might just be its deep, deep connection to the local community. It is so much more than just a tourist attraction. So get this, it draws in nearly 5 million people a year. That's an incredible number for any UK attraction. But here's the key. It isn't just for tourists. The pier is woven right into the fabric of daily life for the people who actually call Brighton home. I mean, it actively engages with its community. Anyone with a Brighton postcode gets a free residence card for discounts. It hosts the massive University Freshers Week party. And for so many people, it's simply the best place in the city to watch the sunset or to see the spectacular starling murmurations. It truly belongs to the people of Brighton.
And this quote from a local, it just really captures that intimate connection. It's not just about the rides, it's about those quiet, personal moments. Seeing that massive structure from below, walking on the sand where the sea usually is,
That's a really unique experience that makes the pier a cherished part of home.
So, if you're feeling inspired to experience this piece of living history for yourself, here are a few essential tips to help you make the most of your visit. Okay, a little planning goes a long way. To save a bit of money, book your ride wristbands online ahead of time. And since the pier's hours can change with the seasons and the weather, it's always a smart move to check the official website before you go. You'll also find a really comprehensive accessibility guide there, and hey, for you locals, don't forget to claim that free residence card for year-round discounts.
From a Victorian theater to a modern thrill ride, from a gangster hideout to a pop star backdrop, the Brighton Palace Pier has proven it can adapt to absolutely anything. It has survived because it has never, ever stood still. And that leaves us with one final fascinating thought. What in the world will it become next?